see if we can do a fairly quick tumbling stream. Wales. We'll have sort of a tumbling river, rocks around here. That'll do. Well, let's. Oh look, my pen is. Ooh, something there. I bought this and I hardly use it. It really is not as. The nib is not as. They're great pens, but it's leaked. That's all over my fingers. Right, let's just take that off there. Right, okay. I've got my palette here from the last one, which I did finished a few minutes ago. So I'm using greaseproof paper. The paint will dry quite quickly on this because it's not on a membrane on top of a water-soaked sponge or kitchen paper. But when I've finished, I can just roll it up and throw it away. All right, there we go. I'm just altering so I can see what I'm doing. Right, okay, let's get in with the sky. So, load of white on there. Bit of, I'll put a bit of blue on it out with this, bit of ultramarine. The last one was without black and it was without burnt sienna, so I just put a bit of my Wilkinson. They put their prices up by 25%. It's gone up to £2. £2 for a 200ml tube, and it's pretty good. It's not super saturated, but my word, for that sort of price. So here we go. Let's just put in a bit of a sky. Bit of black. You don't want it streaky, just really mix it well. Yeah, blue and burnt umber gives a good grey. Just get the paint on and then bother about blending. Don't go right to the edge, because when you put too much around the edge, it's going to, if it doesn't dry, it's going to get on your mount that you put around it. Always put it in a mount afterwards, but you get a good idea of what it's like, or what it would look like in a frame. Right, clean. Sorry, I'm not stopping to answer the phone. They can leave a message, can't they? Right, so let's have a bit of ochre, and a little bit of red and white to make a nice light cloud. Might be my mate Alan Owen. We speak, I know a lot of you subscribe to his channel, so you'll know what I'm talking about. Alan is a very fine teacher, lovely man. He obviously likes what I do because he does the same. Oh, not the same pictures, but if I'm doing acrylic, he'll go and do acrylic. And why not? It's good fun. It's a wonderful way, natural way of painting. So I want light on that horizon. Right, let's get a nice bit of dark in there. Okay, now let's get some lights in there now. Okay, so that'll do for a sky. Now we'll go in with some rocks, some hills. So we'll have yellow ochre, lemon yellow and black, and a bit of blue. You need a lot of colour in with your rocks. Don't make them all flat colour, it would be boring. Right, I was just going to take some more paper. I'll have to get another one with this later. Right, we'll put a bit of that sky colour, but that's blue, in the background. Plenty of, don't want it too, bit of crimson. Just a bit of, this is too near the centre really, but never mind. I'll put it over to one side, soften around the edges. I'm really making this up as I go along. All very simple. Have a go at these things. If you enjoy this, have a go. It's very cheap. Because as paints go, if you've got a Tesco's or somewhere that's doing cheap acrylic, go and buy it and get a couple of knives and, you know, really, a couple of knives. I've got a dozen. But I've collected them over many years, and I've been demonstrating these acrylics, the acrylic knife paintings for months now. Whether a brush or knife, I just love it. It's just so exciting. You never know what's going to happen. And when I've finished here, I can just roll that bit of greaseproof paper up and sling it in my bin. So how simple is that? That's the palette. Bit of greaseproof paper on a piece of furniture, a bit of plywood from the side of a cabinet or a wardrobe. I'm going to put some grey rocks in this, because in watercolour just etch them out with a card. But right, that's coming on nicely, so we'll just go back to the other side. So let's have no, I'll use umber, bit of black, see what happens here. So I haven't got it up as high with the left hand side as the right, so just get this coming across here. Really dark there to counter change against that background. You can put snow on these and all sorts of things. Just to remind myself, we're going to put a bit of this tumbling stream in round there, and that's our point, focal point. So we'll just connects up the dots. Just mixing all sorts of colours here. And we get some shadowy stuff in there. Different, some greens, grey greens, all very rocky, typical sort of Welsh mountains. Snowdonia, where the great Captain Williams painted, well he painted in Anglesey, but that's top of Wales anyway. Wonderful. One of my favourite artists. This is all cheap because the serration, probably because the serrations have run out. But it doesn't matter, for £2 for the roll is sensational value. Right, keep going, keep at it. Umber, yellow, it's ochre. We're coming to the flat of this sort of valley here. Can put some darker trees, gorse and stuff in this as well. Grey greens. Trying to make every bit of it look different than the bit opposite. Right, let's do a bit of detail in, like a bit of dark green. That's black, really. And I'll change the knife to one of these trowels. Black is the most useful colour. It doesn't really punch holes in the paper, as people say. You mix it with other colours and you've got a gorgeous extender for greens and greys. Right, we need to sort that out now. Now get some nice rich dark greens. Now when I put the tumbling stream in, I've got to put it in against dark, otherwise it won't show. So these are the lovely colours, greys. How are we doing? Right, dark, so blue in with that, a bit of green. bit of umber. Palette grey. I'm rushing now. Couple of ink up. Right, let's put in some grey rocks. I'm just going to use that palette grey with a bit of white, really. Put a bit of ochre in with it, a little bit white. Right, still keep going with the darks around that stream, but I'm going to put in the white. It's going to show. Okay, let's put in more dark around. Rocks. Right, that'll do. That's it. Another nice painting bites the dust. I've not aimed for any, or no pretensions of being a masterpiece or anything like that. It's really to encourage you to have a go at these things. Excuse me. Alright, put a bit of the masking tape on wherever you can fit it, where it's not wet paint. But this is drying already, I mean, it does go off very quickly. That's the joy of acrylic. Now I've got to find a mount that will suit that. I've got the big triple mount. I just wonder if that will. Well, okay, we can pull that to one side. So there we are. We've got another little knife painting of a rocky valley, Welsh hills, Snowdonia. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's bring you in. I quite like that. It's got plenty of variety in it, without naming anything. So it leaves plenty for the viewer's imagination to put in. That's the idea, you see, with painting. Art, don't let the picture do all the talking. In other words, don't put it all in. It's what you leave out and what you hint at. And people will see all different things in it. Let's go right into the zoom here, look. We'll start with the sky, look. Very simple sky. Not too much work in it, but plenty of colour, plenty of light. And there's a cliff going across the the valley floor there, look, up the other side. Loads of colour in those hills. And we've got some rocky looking things, some trees. And we come right down to the foreground. Look, very thick. There's my river, or my stream in the middle. And that is it. They're supposed to be rocks, but it doesn't matter. So let's come out of that. It's quite a big mountain. This it came out of a print of my brother-in-law's bank. Who got rid of all these things. Well, it's not his personal bank. They got rid of loads of framed Farquharson type landscapes, the ones with the sheep in them. They're very beautiful, but they're very elaborate frames, very beautiful frames, very expensive. And I got a lot of the small frames, and these are the triple mounts that came out of them. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. See you soon. Bye bye.